Matt Lenihan for Boxing Social in association with William Hill and Empire Fights. So I'm delighted for the first time in a very long time to be talking to Jack Catterall. Jack, first off, before we talk boxing and everything that's going on with you, which I know is a lot, how's things? You look in good shape? Ticking over?
Everything's good, you know. In the gym training. Gym's buzzing at the moment. Just seen Chantel's got a big fight announced. Yeah. So, you know what? Everything's good. Everything's really good. How are you keeping?
No complaints, mate. I get to come and talk to you guys for a living, so I'm in a blessed position. You've had a bit of a bad time at the minute. You've been, obviously, we all know the fallout with the Josh Taylor situation. So before we go into that and I'll touch on the surface of that, where are we at with you? Are we any closer to getting you back in the ring? Because it's been a long time and you put on that career best performance and you'll be wanting to get back out.
Yeah, you know what it is for me now? It's about getting myself in a position to fight for the world titles, and that's always been my dream and my goal, and I believe I can still accomplish that. The best years are ahead of me now still, coming into the peak years, so things are good. I'm training. It has been frustrating. We've seen the fight got rescheduled for the end of last year, got rescheduled too early this year, and then Josh got an injury which postponed it again. Unfortunately for me, the WBO called the mandatory. I think I've said it in previous interviews that I'm sure our fight could have, I believe it warrants being without a title, but I mean, we talk about Josh giving up all of his belts and fighting me and moving up to 147, so let's just settle it without a title. If you're that confident beating me and moving up, let's do it, but ultimately now he's fighting Lopez, so I've got to focus on me and get to them world titles.
So how does this work for you? Because you mentioned there you'd fight Josh now without a title. You were fighting for every single belt going, but now for you would fight him without one.
Yeah, there's been a lot of bubbling history with Josh now over the last couple of years. So I think our fight warrants without a title, but ultimately that's out of my hands. Josh wants to defend his WBO. What his plans are after that, we don't know yet. But that's irrelevant to me now. I've got to focus on me, and we're looking for a fight date, we're looking for some big fights, and hopefully we'll have some news soon. What
do you make of sort of how he's reacted to all this? You know, he's been getting a bit of criticism online, obviously regarding his injury, but he says, look, I am injured, I gave up all my belts, barring one, to fight you. What do you make of how that all played out? Is it just unfortunate timing?
Yeah, you know what? It was postponed from like November, December, January, February, March, and I do think he got injured. We've seen he's been injured and he's been out of action, but a lot of the stuff leading up to that was, how do I put it, just immature, pathetic, and he's always contradicting himself. So when I first heard the news that he was injured, I did...
You doubt it a bit?
I doubted it, but we know he's injured, he's fighting Lopez now. You know what, I've got my own opinion on Josh, but that's irrelevant, I just need to move on.
Before we come on to what's your sort of next stage of your career, and if the Josh fight happens, it does, who do you think wins that fight, Lopez or Josh?
You know what?
Good fight.
Yeah, it's a good fight, of course it is. Hard to say how Lopez will cope moving up to 140. He didn't look great in his last performance. Josh got beat in his last fight, so it's hard to say, innit, but we'll see.
Big fights for you. A lot of talk of Regis Prograis. A lot, you know, in some people's minds, when him and Josh fought, some people had Regis winning. Obviously, some people had Josh winning. I don't think you could have really argued. It was just a terrific fight. You and Regis Prograis, one hell of a fight. Are we in talks? What's the crack? Who are we in talks with? When can we see you back in the ring?
Yeah, so that fight's been negotiated. There is ongoing conversations with that at the moment. Like you just said, brilliant fight. Regis has got the WBC after Josh vacated it. He's no mandatory, so that's a fight that can be made. So hopefully we get that over the line.
Just finishing this back up, Jack, just before we go, obviously big fights planned for you. Hopefully I'll come down to the gym and hopefully get some news off you in the next couple of weeks, hopefully not longer than a month, because we need you back out. You've got a message to all the fans, your family, people who've stuck by you, supported you through this time, because it's been hard, hasn't it, been out of the ring this long?
You know what, it's been frustrating. I've got a good team of people around me, my family, my coaches and all the fans, and the sponsors as well that have stuck by us, so as much as it's been frustrating for them, it's been frustrating for me, and through no fault of my own I've been out of the ring. I've been doing everything that I can every single day to get a fight over the line, but unfortunately it's not fallen like that. So, but I am confident that something will will come up soon.
Well, look, Jack, it's been a pleasure talking. Thanks for talking to Boxing Social. We'll catch up soon when you've got some more news, and yeah, we want to see you back in the ring.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.